In Jesus, God took on a body. He came in a body, lived in a body, died in a body, rose in a body, reigns in a body, and will return in a body. This brings us to embodied resurrection. Jesus goes to great lengths to make sure his disciples know he's in a real human body. Have you ever noticed that? Like Jesus will show up in resurrected form to his disciples, and then he'll say things like, "You guys got a bite to eat? Like, you need to know I'm really in a body. I got a digestive tract and everything. Give me something to eat." It's like he's saying to them, I'm not a spirit, but I'm sending you my spirit. It's like he's saying to them and to us what it says in Acts. After his suffering, he presented himself to them and gave them many convincing proofs that he was alive. Jesus went far out of his way to prove convincingly that he really was alive. Why does that matter? Well, because, spoiler alert, the biblical story doesn't end with Disney's eternal vision of floating blue blobs and disembodied bliss, but with heaven coming to earth and the resurrection of our bodies in a forever garden city. Heaven, according to Jesus and the biblical authors, is not an escape, it's a renewal. The renewal of the earth and the renewal of our bodies. Heaven is an embodied reality. Paul goes on to say in 1 Corinthians 15 that our heavenly bodies very well may be different in form than our earthly bodies, similar to how a seed is put into the soil, and then while it is the exact same substance, it looks different in form when it comes alive in vegetation. And then Revelation tells us that the heavenly city, when we occupy it, it's made up of every nation, tribe, people, and language. And so we know that ethnicity is very much alive and bodily incarnated in heaven. So while there's mystery to the exact substance of this redemption, what we know is that it is an embodied redemption for sure. Heaven is life forever in a renewed earth and a renewed body, just like he designed it at first. And in the meantime, as we await that full and final redemption, he has filled our mortal bodies with his very life, his spirit. 1 Corinthians 6, but whoever is united with the Lord is one with him in spirit. And that word united, it's the Greek kaleomai. The very same word that Jesus used to describe the union of man and woman we're given a picture of in Genesis is used by Paul to describe the joining of the Spirit and our bodies. I told you to hang on to that one. Pope John Paul II, who's known for his theology of the body, summarized the critical distinction between Christianity and other religions this way. Religion tends to place an anti-value on the body, but Christianity teaches that the body always remains a value not sufficiently appreciated. If other religions teach that the body is bad and must be overcome and transcended, Christianity teaches that the body is so good, we have yet to fathom it. The biblical story and the church community that's shaped by that story is not offensive because it dismisses the body. If anything, it's offensively dignifying to the body, charging our embodied choices with such meaning that their impact ripples all the way into eternity. There is no more dignifying view of gender, sexuality, ethnicity, of the sanctity of life and the tragedy of death than the one you will find in Jesus. If the embodied biblical story offends you, it is either because, one, it has not been properly represented by the people that Jesus adopts as his children by sheer grace, or two, because it holds such a high view of the body and of your person you can't bear to believe it. Those are really the only options, and they always have been. The body is so good, we have yet to fathom it.